Stop what you're doing and listen to me. I'm not going to wait for the perfect moment or for you to feel more prepared. It must happen right now. You came across this message for a specific reason. When your heart is set on something, there are no coincidences. While you were going about your normal life, something very serious was happening far away from your eyes. A situation is developing in secret. Conversations are underway, and your name is being whispered in them. You haven't heard the words yet, but they're being said. The heavens have been trying to warn you about this, but perhaps the warnings seem too subtle, too small for you to take them seriously. Pay attention. Time is passing faster than you realize. The people around you, especially that special person who lives in your heart, are hiding something from you. The reality is excruciating and cruel. Archangel Michael was sent to warn you and to cry with you for the weight that this situation is placing on your shoulders. He cries in anticipation of the moment when you will discover the truth. The question is simple. Will you allow your eyes to be opened before it is too late? Make sure you pay attention to this message. You always think you have time to spare, that there will always be another opportunity. But this is the right moment. Last night, everything was set in motion. Do you have any idea what really happened? Everyone close to you seems to be in on something, except you. The person who occupies your thoughts has made an important decision, and you weren't part of that conversation. There was a dialogue and perhaps even a betrayal, disguised behind fake smiles and secrets exchanged in hushed tones. Yes, they talked about you. But it wasn't with affection or consideration. It was cold, calculating every move. I know you care about this person. I see the hope you have in them, the plans you make, the tears you shed, the prayers you offer to the heavens. But what if that same love has become a blindfold over your eyes? The person you value most is walking around carrying such heavy guilt that they can barely look you in the eye without turning away. Last night something changed forever. A decision has been made, and it's final. While you were sleeping, worrying, or waiting for a call, her thoughts were elsewhere. She doesn't think about you the way you think about her. Ignoring this reality won't make it go away. Before continuing, write in the comments, "I am protected by the light of the angels, and no shadow can reach me." This will seal your energy with heavenly power and prevent negativity from approaching you. Now follow me. Archangel Michael has been closer to you than you realize. He stood beside you while you cried yourself to sleep, watching you struggle with that uncomfortable feeling that something was deeply wrong, something you just couldn't identify. That is your soul, your spirit, picking up on the vibrations of this situation. Heaven has been calling you, and perhaps until this very moment you have not answered the call. This is not just another message that you will scroll through and forget. This is a direct call, a real awakening. You have been deceived by appearances. Your natural kindness has been mistaken for an inability to see reality. You trust her and believe her words, but there's a bitter truth she'll never let you discover on your own, unless heaven forces the situation to come to light. This is precisely what is about to happen. Pay close attention. Last night there was a private connection. The specific details are not as important as the intention behind them. They spoke about you, but not with true affection. They spoke with cold strategy. Let's give it time. Someone suggested, "Don't tell her yet. She'd get too emotional and ruin everything." That person is mistaken. Nothing stays hidden forever. Every word was heard by invisible ears. Don't confuse your deep and sincere love for this person with their genuine loyalty to you. True loyalty protects, no matter what. The silence has poisoned your connection, and it must be addressed. Archangel Michael is here to reveal the true colors of someone very important. They don't show their true selves to the people they're with. They only reveal their true faces when they believe no one is watching. You have felt it. The responses that take longer than usual. The affection that suddenly turns cold and becomes a casual excuse. The distance followed by calculated affection, just to keep you confused and trapped. This is not true love. It is pure and simple control. This person is terrified of losing what you offer them, but not necessarily of losing you as a person. They love the image they see reflected in your loving eyes, but they have a hard time with your true self, especially when you show that you suffer. The time for games is over. Tonight, expect another secret conversation, and your spirit will have divine permission to pick up on everything. You will feel uneasy. You will hear a strange buzzing in your ears. You will feel a tightness in your stomach. You will feel a sharp pang in your heart. This will confirm what you always suspected but tried to ignore. When that happens, don't fall apart completely. Stand up with dignity. You were created to be much more than someone's convenient secret, the hidden second choice. You have a sensitive heart, but you weren't made to be deceived forever. You forgave too easily, you stayed silent for too long, and you accepted explanations that didn't make sense. It's time to prepare yourself. The truth will come out in an unexpected way in the coming days, or maybe even tomorrow. It could be sudden, a message sent to the wrong person, a phone call overheard, a mutual friend letting something slip, or just the undeniable guilt in her eyes when you ask that one question you didn't even know you needed to ask. Don't be caught off guard, be prepared. Archangel Michael stands at your side, sword drawn, not out of anger or revenge, but to ensure your total protection. He doesn't cry because you are weak. He cries because you continue to underestimate how incredibly strong you really are. Receive this strength in your life by writing in the comments now, "My energy is sacred and no evil has power over me." It's clear that things will never be the same again. This person you love so much took advantage of your purity of heart. They believed you would never leave and thought that your deep love would make your heart easy to manipulate and control. But they completely forgot who is behind you, the God who parts entire seas and burns every lie with holy fire. Last night was a crucial test of their character, and they failed miserably. They failed to stand up for you when it really mattered. They chose convenience over honesty. She failed to include you in something that deeply affects the path of both of you. This will not continue much longer. Prepare to hear something crucial, perhaps from an unexpected source. Someone who will approach you with trembling lips, saying, "I didn't know how to tell you this, but I think you need to know ... Do not interrupt this person. Pay close attention to every word, as they could hold the key to a vital piece of the puzzle that has been missing. Deep and transformative truths are revealed directly to your spirit through unexpected channels. You must pray tonight. Don't just recite memorized words. Cry out with a raw, desperate cry from your soul. Let it all out. Don't hold anything back. The veil between the visible and the invisible is rapidly thinning. The truth is closer than your own breath at this moment. Your life is surrounded by divine consciousness, and heaven watches everything you do. This person you love so much is clinging to their secret, but their grip is weakening with each passing hour. Heaven is about to push her to her breaking point, making her feel so restless and uncomfortable in her own skin that she will either break down and confess everything, or completely break under the pressure of her own hidden actions. Everyone around her may know what happened last night, everyone but you. This ends right now. You will no longer be the last person to understand your own life, your own reality. Divine ears are strategically placed in invisible corners, and every relevant word spoken in secret about you will find its way straight to your knowledge. Prepare your heart for what is coming. You will likely shed tears when you learn everything, but you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more healed than you ever thought possible. This is not intended to cause unnecessary pain. It is delivered out of a love far deeper and truer than the one you have been questioning lately. If you're wondering why she seems to be pulling away, you need to understand that this is happening. She distanced herself the moment she chose secrecy over you, naively thinking you wouldn't notice the difference. Your spirit noticed every subtle change. The heavens have noticed, and they've decided to act. This message is not something you can simply scroll past. It is vital, sacred, and of the utmost importance. You did not stumble upon this by chance. The heavens themselves have been working tirelessly to get your attention in every way possible. The moment your eyes fell upon these words, a palpable stillness enveloped you as Archangel Michael intoned. At last she has opened her eyes to see. You have indeed, and now you need to know this fundamental truth. What happened last night was completely real. It involved you directly, and although it was carefully hidden from you, it was known to several other people. Today marks a definitive change, an invisible movement more powerful than anything you have ever experienced. Someone you love has sealed a painful truth behind their own actions, carefully planning never to let you discover the reality. That person smiled at you, hugged you, stayed close physically, but their honesty had long since left. This is not divine retribution. It is a matter of pure protection. You need to know this truth, no matter how painful it is. Ignore the signs your heart has been picking up at your own risk. That person you defend so fiercely stopped defending you when you needed it most, and other people know it. They whispered, gossiped, and commented among themselves while you offered unwavering loyalty and unconditional love. Last night, a betrayal that had been growing silently in the shadows took a definitive and concrete step. You trusted someone who was extremely skilled in the art of deception. You confused cold calculation with genuine confusion and selfish opportunity with true hope. It was clear to everyone around her that she was nervous. They saw the way she hesitated when her name came up in conversation. They saw the way she averted her eyes when the subject came close to her. The heavens allowed this temporary blindness for a while, testing the purity of your heart. You aced the test. The cover has been completely removed. Look around without blinking or running away from reality. They planned every move meticulously. They likely said to each other, "Don't worry, she never know. I'll take care of this situation." While your body rested during the night, your spirit fought desperately, crying out for justice. The call was answered with precision. Enough! The decree bounced off the heavens. The faithful must see the real truth, know the heart of the matter. If this message has resonated with you and you want to support it so that it reaches others who are also on the edge, click thank you. This small gesture is vital to keeping this mission alive, bringing light to those who have lost hope. We are extremely grateful. This person has been secretly connecting with someone else in a consistent and planned manner, acting as if you were their whole world while cultivating a completely different connection behind the scenes. You offered them your precious time, your total trust, and your unconditional forgiveness, and they treated your soul like a game of manipulation. You went too deep, stayed too long, and loved far beyond what she could ever give back. People in her social circle are aware of the situation and probably even laugh at your supposed naivety behind your back. They completely underestimate the power that now speaks directly to you through this message. Tonight, she will feel an inexplicable guilt, a growing panic, and the chilling pressure of being watched by invisible eyes that see everything. You are marked by heaven. You are not disposable. You are not replaceable. Last night's test was about your loyalty as well as hers. It was about whether you would continue to love and trust her even in the midst of total confusion. You did. The divine reward is now upon us. The breaking of false bonds, the removal of lukewarm and self-serving love, the complete cleansing of poison disguised as affection. That feeling of heaviness you've been experiencing lately, that constant anxiety, and those strange dreams leaving you confused, they weren't your imagination creating problems where none existed. It was the heavens whispering softly, carefully preparing you for this moment. The whisper becomes a clear and unmistakable voice. A confrontation is fast approaching, but you don't need to force the situation. Watch closely and wait for events to unfold naturally. In the coming days, an inadvertent slip, a confession born of panic, a message revealed by accident, or something unexpected will completely break the surface of appearances. When you experience this, your stomach may freeze, but your spirit will soar with gratitude for the truth. however painful it may be at first. Forget about revenge. Take a step back and watch everything unfold. God is writing your next chapter, and it definitely doesn't involve begging for crumbs of love. You are about to be honored and vindicated, even in front of those who doubted you or laughed at your dedication. Heaven has heard every silent tear you've shed. Today marks your complete turnaround. Let her try to play innocent. Her own words and actions will expose her without you lifting a finger. There's no need to dig up evidence or become a desperate detective. Stand firm in your dignity. Let divine justice unfold naturally. It is already prepared and in motion. You should know this comforting truth. Someone completely new is being prepared especially for you. I'm looking for someone who is 100% honest. I don't want anyone who plays games or leaves me in the dark about their intentions. The delay you experienced was not a rejection from heaven. It was divine protection. You were being carefully protected until the right moment arrived for you to see the whole truth without destroying yourself in the process. This is a deep and necessary cleansing. What is not pure and not meant for you is being removed. This creates sacred space for what is true and will love you completely. Let her keep all the secrets she wants. Maintain your inner peace. You will soon have the commitment of someone who values transparency over convenience. Everyone knows what happened last night. Now you know the truth. This changes everything in your life. Pay attention to the messages your heart is sending you. You felt strange intuitions, saw clear signs, and fought against the insistent warnings in your soul. But you kept hoping things would get better on their own. You saw her gaze shift when you asked certain questions, felt the emotional distance growing, noticed the subtle dishonesty, but kept waiting patiently. True love does not require willful blindness on your part. The truth doesn't just vanish when you turn a blind eye. Last night involved direct contact with another person. It could be someone from the past whom you thought had disappeared forever, or someone completely new on the scene. It is clear that important plans were discussed in detail, and it is evident that these plans do not include your best interests as a priority. You were deliberately kept in the dark because your knowledge of the reality would mean the immediate loss of the control they wield. If you felt this message resonated with you, know that supporting this mission is a tangible expression of love. If you feel it in your heart, click "Thank you" now. Your contribution is essential to helping more people receive words that save, welcome, and awaken. They use your light to hide their own shadows, feed off your unshakable faith, and hide comfortably in your easy forgiveness. This ends now, once and for all. You deserve complete honesty and total transparency. The constant confusion, the self-doubt that consumes you, the distractions that always appear just when you get close to the truth, this is completely intentional. It's part of the plan to keep you disoriented. Heaven has a much bigger and more powerful plan. Some people around you know much more than they let on. They've tried to give you subtle hints, but you've defended that person too fiercely to notice the warnings. Archangel Michael cries because ignoring this truth only prolongs your pain unnecessarily. They are hiding something. They're doing it so carefully, but it's already cracking the foundations of your peace. You are being called to something infinitely greater, a season of breaking through limiting barriers. It is essential to release anything or anyone that does not align with this higher purpose without hesitation. You have been delayed long enough, prayed long enough, suffered more than necessary. The truth will strip away all masks and force a definitive choice between comfortable lies and liberating peace. Last night they met, had that decisive conversation, and crossed a line that should not have been crossed. You need to know this not for the pain itself, but to properly prepare yourself for what is coming. You are too valuable, too anointed, too chosen to be treated with disregard, loved with dishonesty, deceived so silently. Pay close attention, because this is the final call. Stop making excuses for what your spirit knows is wrong. Stop confusing emotional intensity with true intimacy and physical chemistry with spiritual connection. Ignore this warning now. and you will face much greater difficulty later on. Listen to it. Choose the truth. Walk away from the lie with dignity. Everything in your life will change. You're not going crazy, being paranoid, or making problems where there are none. You are being protected by forces that truly love you. Your intuition is direct guidance from heaven speaking to you. It is real and trustworthy. They would never tell you the truth, not even under torture. Heaven has communicated this directly to you. Don't waste your time searching for evidence like a detective in a hurry. The proof is in the turmoil in your own heart, the peace that disappears when you are in their presence, and the trust that is shaken without logical explanation. Make them leave easily. Don't allow them to continue lying and staying at the same time. New doors are about to open in your life, but you can't walk through them with secrets and lies. The blessing you'll receive on the other side is immense, but it's conditional. You must act on this revealed truth. You were destined to receive this message at this exact moment. Don't argue with heaven. Don't delay the necessary decision. Open your eyes, open your hands, and let go of what doesn't serve you. Open your heart and receive what is true. Let heaven clear the way before you. The sting of truth is temporary, but the freedom it brings is eternal. You were never meant to live in the darkness of lies. This is your light, your moment, your total liberation. Last night's events were indisputably real and definitively documented by the heavens. Today, the heavens respond with clarity. Your journey to clarity and true freedom has just begun. Don't stop halfway. You need to understand something else about this specific moment in your life. This will accelerate your healing and open the doors to the blessings that are waiting for you. The heavens have revealed the truth and provided specific spiritual tools for this moment of transition in your life. Use these resources to energetically clear away everything that no longer serves you and make room for the true love that is coming. When you are going through such an intense spiritual revelation, your energy is vulnerable. Protect yourself properly and speed up the healing process to avoid unnecessary pain. That's why we've prepared a complete set of spiritual resources, guided meditations, protective prayers, energy cleansing rituals, specifically for people in your situation. The link is in the pinned comment or description. This is no coincidence. When the heavens reveal a truth of this magnitude, they also provide the tools to process and heal properly. Your soul is demanding this deep cleansing. Now write in the comments, "I receive the light, peace, and protection that are rightfully mine." This affirmation seals your courage, your faith, and your spiritual rebirth, continuing the message. The sky has revealed the truth, and the next step is crucial for your complete healing and for receiving the blessings that are being prepared especially for you. You must process the truth properly and prepare for the new cycle that is beginning. Discovering that someone you loved so much betrayed you in this way will leave deep energetic scars if not handled properly. Your soul needs cleansing, protection, and healing directed toward this specific situation. You are not alone in this process. Thousands of people have been in your exact situation and have healed completely and found a love that is more true and powerful than they ever imagined. The difference lies in how you process this revelation and prepare yourself to receive what is coming. Heaven has already moved the pieces on the board of your life. The right person, true love, complete protection, all of this is already on its way. You must be energetically prepared to receive it. You must completely clear away the remnants of this betrayal, seal your spiritual protection, and make sacred space in your heart for what is pure and true. Remember, you discovered the truth not to suffer forever, but to be completely free. This revelation is the first step on a journey to something infinitely better than what you lost. People who process this type of spiritual revelation properly heal and emerge stronger, wiser, more protected, and magnetize a level of love they never knew existed. You are being invited to join this select group of people who have turned the greatest betrayal into the greatest blessing. Heaven does not reveal painful truths to destroy you. It reveals them to rebuild you into an infinitely more powerful version of who you are. If this spiritual movement has touched your life, if you feel clarity, acceptance, or just a sigh of relief, click thank you. This gesture strengthens this chain of light and allows these messages to reach other people who, like you, were also at their limit. Now comes the most beautiful moment of all. You are not alone on this journey. You are not alone. Many others have been through the same thing and have found the same truths. They have healed and been reborn to a much fuller life. This is not just an online community. It is a family of souls who recognize each other, who support each other, who celebrate each victory and each liberation together. You know exactly how you felt when you read this message, because you also received the call from heaven at similar moments in your life. In the comments below, share how this message touched your heart. What did you feel? What truths were confirmed? Knowing that you are not alone on this journey is a powerful feeling. You don't have to share intimate details if you don't want to, but you should definitely talk about what this revelation has meant to you. Your story is exactly what someone else needs to read to have the courage to open their eyes as well. Tell our spiritual family, did you already feel that something was wrong? Was your intuition already trying to warn you? You will certainly be amazed to discover that heaven had been protecting you all along. If you've been through something similar, share your experience of healing and rebirth. Prove to those who are just beginning this journey that it is possible to not only survive, but also flourish in ways that once seemed impossible. This space will become a sacred place where courageous people like you can recognize each other, strengthen each other, and celebrate every step of this journey of liberation and rebirth. Your courage in facing the truth and choosing freedom is an inspiration to others. Your story matters. Your healing matters. Your rebirth is of the utmost importance. You are now part of a group of people who have chosen truth over illusion, freedom over a golden prison, and real love over crumbs. This is your new chapter. The sky is already writing your story of victory. It's time to fully embrace the new version of yourself that is being born. This is the definitive text on the subject.